Chamo então ao palco, para dar algumas palavras de despedida, Anabela Correia, diretora de turismo da Fundação Inatel.
Olá a todos, mais uma vez. Em nome do Presidente da Fundação Inatel, que me deixou este desafio e esta árdua tarefa, que é fazer a despedida em seu nome, eu não queria deixar de vos dizer que foi um prazer ter-vos a todos aqui no Algarve, e que penso que este fórum, como muitos outros fóruns da Organização Internacional do Turismo Social, muito contribuiu para a reflexão profunda sobre os temas sociais e também para a partilha e para a prática de boas ações que compete a todas as nossas organizações desenvolverem. Não posso, no entanto, despedir-me de vocês sem, naturalmente, fazer os devidos agradecimentos. Este fórum não teria sido possível sem o envolvimento fantástico da equipa da Direção de Turismo, da equipa da Direção de Hotelaria e de todo o resto da equipa da Fundação Inatel, que muito contribuiu e também ajudou. Portanto, a todos eles, uma salva de palmas. Queria também continuar os meus agradecimentos, e sendo muito breve, naturalmente a todos os conferencistas aqui presentes, porque também fizeram um esforço, muitas vezes abdicando também das suas árduas tarefas. Agradecer também ao Sr. Presidente da Câmara de Albufeira. Sem ele realmente também teria sido difícil, não teríamos esta magnífica sala que a Câmara muito gentilmente disponibilizou. A todos os oradores que connosco partilharam as suas experiências e nos mostraram também diversos novos caminhos e, portanto, mais informação. E, finalmente, como não poderia deixar de ser, à Organização Internacional do Turismo Social, a todos, ao Sr. Presidente Jean-Marc Mignon e a toda a equipa fantástica que o apoia. Portanto, também para a Organização Internacional do Turismo Social, o meu muito obrigada.
Chamo então ao palco o secretário-geral da OITS, Yves Godin, por favor. Muito obrigado. Também com umas palavras de despedida. Muito bem-vindo.
Bon, chers participants et chers amis, je dois dire que je commence à avoir un petit peu l'habitude, à savoir que quand j'arrive, en général, c'est que c'est bientôt fini. Alors bon, c'est sans doute peut-être un bon côté parce que ce sont quand même des journées qui sont fatigantes, de travail intense, et j'espère que chacun d'entre vous en aura retiré beaucoup de choses. Mais par certains côtés, c'est un peu triste aussi parce que c'est toujours un grand moment de convivialité qui, quelque part, se termine. Alors, un peu plus concrètement, comme conclusion de ce forum, qu'est-ce que je pourrais dire ? Mais après tout ce que l'on a entendu durant les 2 journées de ce 8e Forum européen, qui a regroupé, il faut bien le dire, près de 200 personnes provenant de 16 pays d'Europe et d'autres continents, on peut affirmer que la thématique de l'innovation, qui était le fil conducteur de notre forum, était judicieuse, d'autant mieux mise en évidence par la qualité des intervenants et des débats sur les thématiques abordées. Les sujets abordés et les échanges qui s'en sont suivis ont révélé l'intérêt que vous, les membres de l'OITS, portez à ces questions et problématiques auxquelles vous êtes confrontés quotidiennement. Il y a quelques années, lors de notre forum de Malaga, nous avions centré notre réflexion sur l'impact de la crise socio-économique dans nos organisations. Alors qu'aujourd'hui, même si la crise persiste, on ressent une volonté de dépasser ce cap, d'aller de l'avant et de répondre aux nouveaux défis qui se présentent. Mais quels sont ces défis ? Tout d'abord au niveau de l'Europe et qui interpelle l'OITS. Premièrement, le vieillissement de la population, avec l'impact sur les produits et la communication. L'accessibilité ne concerne plus exclusivement les personnes ayant un handicap, mais la notion inclut de manière plus large le souci de conserver le plus longtemps possible son autonomie pour une couche de plus en plus large de la société qui souhaite pouvoir longtemps voyager. Secondairement, les changements de comportement qui se traduisent notamment au travers de l'économie collaborative, représentant un défi pour notre secteur qui doit non seulement faire face à une nouvelle concurrence, mais qui doit également s'adapter en tenant compte de plus en plus de demandes individuelles et spécifiques. Troisièmement, malgré l'évolution technologique des outils de communication, il ne faut pas oublier que la démocratisation du tourisme, même en Europe, reste un défi, car près d'un Européen sur deux ne part toujours pas en vacances. À cet égard, on peut se poser la question de savoir, est-ce que toutes les nouvelles formes de tourisme collaboratif, créatives et responsables constituent-elles des alternatives de voyage pour ceux qui partent déjà, ou bien apportent-elles ou apporteront-elles des réponses pour ceux qui ne partent pas ou ne peuvent pas partir? Ces défis et de nombreux autres interpellent l'OITS, qui devra mener durant les prochains mois un vaste chantier de réflexion, qui a d'ailleurs été adopté par l'Assemblée générale ici à Albufeira, et qui se répartira selon 4 axes prioritaires. Le premier, le concept et la définition du tourisme social, partant de la Déclaration de Montréal. Secondo, les missions de l'OITS et les partenariats éventuels. Troisièmement, la structure de l'organisation et ses moyens d'action. Quatrièmement, les outils au service des membres et la communication. Ce chantier fait suite à une large consultation à laquelle les membres et partenaires de l'OITS ont largement contribué, et ce dont on les remercie. Il va sans dire, bien évidemment, que toute contribution nouvelle est la bienvenue. C'est aussi dans ce cadre que s'inscrivent les travaux et le plan d'action de la section Europe de l'OITS, qui s'appuie notamment sur le mémorandum intitulé « Le tourisme pour tous, un enjeu européen », adopté il y a 2 ans, qui présente des propositions de développement de politique sociale au tourisme. Ce mémorandum, vous pouvez d'ailleurs le retrouver à l'entrée sur le desk de l'OITS. Sur ce, et je ne vais pas m'étendre davantage, vu l'ampleur de la tâche, vous aurez sans nul doute l'envie de vous revoir. C'est pourquoi il faut aussi, malgré que tout ça se termine aujourd'hui, parler d'avenir. Et maintenant, je vous invite à découvrir la prochaine destination de notre congrès mondial d'octobre 2016. Et j'ai le plaisir d'inviter le représentant de la Croatian Association for Culture of Deaf People, Word of Silence, Wanda Sagovac et Filip Kovacic, à nous rejoindre sur scène pour nous présenter la destination 2016 du Congrès mondial de l'OITS. Je vous remercie.
Hello, good afternoon everyone. I would like first to thank you for staying to the end and to hear what we have to say to you. Don't worry, we'll be quick. I know we're very, I know we're very tired and it's been the whole day. So, first of all, I would like to greet you from the Croatian Association for the Culture of Hard of Hearing or Deaf People, called World of Silence, and in the name of the Republic of Croatia as the host of the next World Social Tourism Conference in 2016. So let us please introduce ourselves a little bit. This is Mrs. Wanda Sagovac. She is the president of the association and the person who brought the conference to Croatia. Well, since Mrs. Shagovac is a deaf person, instead of hiring an interpreter, and she would like to show you a short video in sign language about her and what her association does and how she came to an opportunity to organize the conference in Croatia. So the video will be translated in English to you, so you don't have to worry about understanding the sign language. So please, if you could show the video about Mrs. Shagovac now. Thank you. Thank you very much. Vanda would like to show you how you clap on sign language. It's like this. Thank you very much. So, now that you found out something about Mrs. Shagovac and her association, we would like to briefly present you the host of the next conference in 2016. It's the city of Zagreb. It's the capital of Croatia. Perhaps some of you have been there, but for those who were not, I think they will find this video interesting. So please enjoy. Thank you. Wanda would like to take a picture of you. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you. So, no more videos, but I will be very short, so it won't take long. So now that you've found out something about Wanda and her organization, that you've seen the video about Zagreb, I would like just to tell you something about why we accepted the candidacy for the next World Social Tourism Conference, and why we think it is important not only for Zagreb but for the whole of Croatia, because Croatia is one of the leading European tourist countries. So I think it is important to tell something about why we think social tourism is important for us. So although the phenomenon of social tourism is not a new idea, we think that in practice it represents a rather new and unknown concept, at least in Croatia, but I think it's no better in Europe. So the formation of positive social values that promote dignity, emancipation, and social engagement of all individuals in society brought the social tourism a little bit more to the global awareness. And according to the fact that even the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, Article 24, defines that everyone has the right to rest and leisure, we think it is important that social tourism vivifies in practice in Croatia. Also, the European Union started many initiatives directed to development of social tourism. For example, the strategy called Europe 2020, a strategy for smart, sustainable, and inclusive growth. So following those examples and having in mind that Croatia is since 2013 a member of the European Union, we created in 2008 a document which main goal was to give support for creating the national strategy of development of social tourism and tourism in general. So in late 2014, Croatian Ministry and Institute for Tourism brought the national program of social tourism called Tourism for All. We wanted to bring you some examples of this program, but unfortunately it's still in Croatian only, so I think it would be quite difficult for you to understand that. But never mind, I'm sure it will be at least in English and other languages, so it will be available for you. In this program, National Program of Social Tourism, among other things, it emphasizes that Croatia has a great number of interest groups of social tourism, and unfortunately has one group more than many European countries due to its rather unfortunate recent history, and those are the war veterans and the people affected by the war in the early 1990s. But let us speak about something more happier now. So, due to all that, and considering that Croatia is one of the leading tourist destination in Europe, at least its coast, and as I told already, is a new member of European Union, we believe that this conference can and will contribute to social tourism in Croatia in practice, in a large scale. So, to conclude this short briefing, we would like to invite you all in the name of the Republic of Croatia to come to Zagreb and to participate in the 2016 World Social Tourism Conference. Thank you very much, and we hope to see you there. Just a moment, I'm not sure if I'm finished. I have to ask my boss. We are not, I'm sorry. Mrs. Shagovats has a few information for you and one question. First, the question. Since we are organizing for the first time such a conference, she would like to say to you that if you have any suggestions, anything that would that you think it is important to help us, to help her, to help Croatia, to have a successful conference, please tell us, and we can be in contact. Thank you. The second thing. Vanda would like to know, do you know how to show a heart on sign language? Good. Good. So this is a small heart and this is a big heart. So you probably wonder, why are we asking you this? Well, the symbol of Zagreb is so-called Licitar heart. And this is this heart. And Vanda would like to ask you, when this session is finished, don't just run away. We have some souvenirs, we have some gifts for you. And on the registration table on your left when you go out, you can have this little heart to remind you on Zagreb and to remind you to come next year. Also, there's a brochure in English and Portuguese. Thank you. Vanda said also, you can consider that as a Christmas present, since Christmas is quite soon. Thank you. See you in Zagreb. Thanks, everybody.